Hello everyone, and welcome back to our reading of Lands of Legend. Today's chapter, The Lost Land of Mu. James Churchward was able to fill a book with the information he had found out about the continent of Mu. He ends it by suggesting that Mu was destroyed by terrible hurricanes and earthquakes some 13,000 years ago. Unfortunately, no one besides Churchward and the Indian priest has ever seen the tablets he described. Even if they do exist, people asked how he was able to translate their writing so quickly. Normally, this would have taken many years. Churchward replied that he had special powers that allowed him to understand its meaning in a very short space of time. Whether or not you believe Churchward's tale of Mu, he is certainly not the only person to have talked about the idea of an ancient continent in the Pacific Ocean. Interestingly enough, many early maps of the world show a mass of land in this area. Indeed, European explorers of the 16th and 17th centuries were surprised not to bump into it on their way across the Pacific. It took the voyages of Ferdinand Magellan and Captain Cook to prove that no such place existed. Even so, the idea of a lost land had been planted in people's minds, and many continued to search for it, James Churchward being one of them. Back in the 1800s, there was also talk of a vanished continent in the Indian Ocean. Some scientists were puzzled by the amazing similarities among rocks, plants, and animals found in central India and South Africa. How, they wondered, could an animal like a lemur, which looks like a cross between a monkey and a squirrel, exist in countries as far apart as Africa, India, and Malaysia? Were they once joined up? A scientist, Philip Sclater, even suggested that this lost land should be called Lemuria, after the lemur. Once scientists had discussed the possibility of Lemuria, many mediums claimed to have made contact with its people and described it in detail. One of them, the famous Madame Blavatsky, said that Lemuria stretched from Antarctica to the Himalayan mountains of northern India. Its inhabitants could not speak but communicated by telepathy. According to Madame Blavatsky, their land was swept away 50 million years ago, but some managed to survive, and their descendants are the Aborigines of Australia. Another theory of a lost Pacific continent was put forward in 1880 by a New York dentist, Dr. John Ballou Newbrough. He wrote at great length about a huge triangular area of land called Pan, which once linked Asia and North America. According to Newbrough, its people were half human and half angel. After their wisdom and culture had spread throughout the world, Pan was destroyed by dreadful storms. Nowadays, little attention is paid to theories as odd as Newbrough's. Scientists are able to account for the spread of animals like the lemur without needing a lost continent to link the different countries. Nevertheless, the books by Madame Blavatsky and other mediums remain extremely popular. Many people believe that messages from another time and another place should not be ignored, and that mediums should not be looked upon as crazy or just interested in making money from their revelations. But one thing in the Pacific is still baffling scientists: Easter Island. Could a long-lost continent provide an explanation for the huge stone heads on this remote island. The islanders have no idea how they got there. Were they built by an ancient civilization that has since disappeared? I would like to start by apologizing for the word aborigine. It's an insensitive term connected to Australia's colonial history, and the only reason I said it is because the book was published in 1989. If it came from a modern piece of work, I would not have read it. As for the Easter Island heads, no. I've never heard anyone claim they're from a lost civilization. As far as I know, they're just things that were put there by the inhabitants who had ended up, well, wasting all of their natural resources when it came from the construction. I could be working off of dated information, but there you go. As for other lost lands, I don't know. As I said, Mu was, as I said in the last video, Mu was just another name for Atlantis, according to Augustus Leplongian. About Lemuria, Pan, and whatnot, oh, I've no idea. I've never really looked into those places. Not really. Anyway, next time it's off to the Bahamas. I'll see you then.